Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have a safety out of the Mountain West that I want you to meet. His name is Jake Jarmolowich, and he is out of Colorado State. Nice to have you today, sir.
Great to be here. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, appreciate an opportunity to get to know you. Have a very interesting story. Actually, established yourself at Holy Cross before you transferred to Colorado State this season, and just kind of want to talk through some of this journey, man. Because I feel like it's going to be exciting to learn. So, go ahead and introduce yourself so we can get started.
My name is Jake Jarmolowich. I'm a grad transfer here at Colorado State. I'm a safety. Originally came from College of the Holy Cross, and I'm from New Jersey.
Nice. So a Jersey guy. So I don't know if we could talk some Jersey talk here later on, but maybe we'll get to that. Jacob, let's talk about the early stages of you as an athlete. How long have you played football? Let's start there.
Sixth grade. So however old I was there, about 10 or 11. Sixth grade through eighth grade, my middle school career, I was 32 and 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
dominant Pop Warner team. Played linebacker in middle school, did that. Then went to high school at Del Barton. First day there, I was about 90 pounds. I said, I'm a middle linebacker. They laughed, and then moved me to safety. And then ever since then, in high school as a safety wide receiver, went through my career there. My senior year, they made me a full-time safety. We started going one way. And yeah, that's kind of basically the early parts of my career.
Cool. So I know you're not 90 pounds anymore, man. What's your current height and weight these days?
6'2", 195 these days, fluctuating a little bit, in season.
No, I got you. I kind of wanted to establish this because sometimes depending upon said size, it might kind of put you in a box somewhat. But with that particular size, that opens up a lot of possibilities for you as a player. So whether that be you coming up, playing in the box, or playing single high, or what have you. But we'll talk more about that. Talk a little bit more about the early stages of you. You talked about those Pop Warner days and you being very successful, but I kind of wanted to park in your high school days there first. Del Barton High School in, I guess, New Jersey. So, I also have in my notes, did some track and field, did some lacrosse. What else do you remember about your high school days?
Well, I remember it being a great time for sure. Met some of my best friends, but track was fun. I ran that my freshman, sophomore year. Then COVID hit. So I was a 100, 200 guy, and then they would sprinkle me in hurdles, pole vault. I started doing javelin at one point, kind of did it all, which was
Wow.
fun. And then COVID hit, like I said, my sophomore year. So then junior year, spring was COVID. And then senior year, we had a very good lacrosse team, and I would always talk smack about the lacrosse kids, saying if you're athletic, you can play. If you're athletic, you can play. So people challenged me. My senior year, I came out and hand up accountability. My stick skills were terrible, but I was a D mid and I was athletic enough to play, and I had a great time with that. So other sports wise, that was kind of there, and then football wise, we had a very good team. My senior year. I was an all-state guy, did very well for myself. Senior was also COVID, so everything was a little weird with, state championships and all that.
Yeah,
But,
I got you.
you know,
So interestingly enough, I know I don't think a lot of people really understand it, but there are some NFL coaches that like guys with lacrosse backgrounds. Just saying.
mhm.
I don't know if you've ever played, if guys listening have ever played lacrosse, but like getting hit by that hard ass rubber ball, man, like it's no joke. So it'll leave some serious welts on your body.
Mhm.
And so you got to have the quick hand-eye coordination. Even if you aren't the best stick handler, bro, you got to be able to block that ball away just to make sure
Mhm.
that it's not obviously going in your net, but certainly keeping it away from you too. So I'm just saying, having a lacrosse background isn't that bad. So it's kind of cool that you talk through some of that. Ended up at the College of the Holy Cross. Talk through your recruiting and how you landed there.
So fortunately enough, recruited out of high school, started in my junior year. Couple offers early on, and then things just started rolling in. I was very fortunate, received a bunch. But Holy Cross was just a spot that was one on the come up, obviously with Chesney, and then they just recruited me heavily. Brian Vaganic was my recruiting coordinator, now the defense coordinator over there. Phenomenal man. He just was constantly checking in, keeping up with me. Funny enough, I wasn't even gonna go to college. I was gonna go to trade school and either become a welder or an electrician. Um, but yeah, so BV stayed on me. People, spoke highly of Holy Cross and what that place was all about. And at the end of the day, I was just like, I got to make a choice because I was waiting till the last minute, picked there, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
I mean, at least at the time, like I remember Holy Cross kind of being like the perennial conference champion, like forever, as you're being recruited and getting an opportunity to go there. I mean, I know they haven't been there as of late, but I mean, like certainly they recruit well, they coach well, have a lot of players like you who are hitting the portal, who are being transferred, transferring somewhere else. So I mean, a lot of great talent having a stop at Holy Cross is basically what I'm trying to establish.
Mhm.
How was the recruiting for you? Let's talk through that. I mean, because obviously you ended up there at Colorado State.
Are you saying coming out of the portal?
Yeah, just walk us through the portal and then get us there.
Okay. Yeah. So my senior year hits, we finished the season. Um, and then eight of my roommates were all of my teammates, all my best friends. Six out of eight of us all had fifth years. So we were all kind of like, let's give it a shot. Let's see how far we can go. Let's see how good we are at ball. So we all kind of hit the portal at that point. I hit it. I had a coach from home helping me out, John Powers, great man, and he knew a guy that knew Coach Summers, our DC now interim head coach here at CSU, connected us, and that was the quickest turnaround ever. It was literally like a Sunday. I get a text, hey, this is Coach Summers, blah, blah, blah. 2 days later, I'm on a plane, come out for an OV. 2 days after that, committed. But yeah, the portal was a tricky place, but I was fortunate enough.
Hey, and like I had mentioned, I mean, there's a lot of Holy Cross guys who uh they do it that way, man. I mean, that's just kind of how Holy Cross has been. Like, when you have an extra year, like I don't even know if they can if you have the opportunity to stick around, like for some programs, like they just don't
Mhm.
have like graduate programs or
Yeah.
something. So I mean,
Hmm.
it's just it's a tough go at it as is, but I mean you make it out there to Colorado State, and here we are. So
Right.
let's talk about you as a player, right? I mean, obviously, a safety. Kind of want to figure things out there early on, and how you've developed into the player who you are right now. So during the early stages of you there at Holy Cross, who are some of the guys who were influential in your process of becoming a collegiate player?
So my freshman year, let me think. Okay, we had a bunch of guys. We had a great room of guys. We had Terrell Prince, Walter Reynolds was a massive influence on me. He ended up going to Ohio on his fifth year as well. He was one of the smartest players I ever met, which kind of taught me the type of player I need to be, where it's not always just running through somebody's face. It's got to use your head. You got to understand D&D, what's going on, etc. Christos Argis was another guy, senior, great dude. And then that's safeties wise. Then we had other great guys like Jacob Dobbs, our middle linebacker, Dan Kuznetsov, Jake Reichwein, ton of dudes. But safeties wise, I'll keep it simple. It was them. My best friend Curtis Harris Lopez always supported me no matter what, even my dark days. And then coaches like Anthony DeMichael putting me in the right spots, coaching me up, encouraging me when I was down, stuff like that. And then overall, just like Ches, putting me in the right positions, having faith in me since my first day stepping on campus, was in my ear telling me this or that, or we need you to do this, we need you to do that. They got me on special teams early on, so guys like that early on. And then as we had our staff change naturally, BV, Brian Vaganic, now becoming the DC, was an absolute just hammer. He was the man. He knew what I was capable of. He knew my abilities, type of player, human I was. So he put me in the position to succeed. And then my safeties coach, Jesse Montero, I lucked out 2 for 2. The Mike and then Coach Mont, they were literally like older brothers, just coaching me through things. They knew my style. They knew how I'd react to certain comments and certain things. So very adaptive. And I think those things really helped me throughout my career.
Well, uh, just kind of mentioning those early years of you at Holy Cross, establishing yourself there does take a little bit of time because, as you had mentioned, there's some studs ahead of you that were doing a phenomenal job. So, you kind of got yourself going on special teams, like really
Mhm.
where you, just kind of gained a whole ton of experience there. Was a key contributor in that way. Let's talk about special teams right quick, man. What's your favorite position on special teams, and what's kind of your attitude towards special teams as a whole in your overall experience?
Yeah. So for my attitude towards special teams is I love teams. It started actually in high school. Jerry Gallagher, rest in peace, passed away recently, but he would pride himself on teams and he would juice us up. And ever since then, I loved it. So then naturally, my freshman year when they stuck me on teams, I was energized. I was really excited. Um, freshman year, they had me coming off the edge a lot on pump blocks, which I really enjoyed. And then I was like not a full guy, but a K2 on kickoff, where basically I'm coming down off that edge, setting that edge, blowing up one of the fullbacks. And kind of that's where I made my bread and butter early on.
Sure.
And a little bit of gunner reps here and there as well. But, overall on my special teams, I guess favorite position, anywhere that puts me in a place to succeed, where coach is like, this is our guy, let him go get the ball. I would say that's kind of my favorite.
Nice. So let's talk about you as a player there in the secondary. Dude, I have you in my notes as a free safety, but I know that doesn't necessarily always describe the player as a whole. So, I mean, talk about you as a safety, and really what kind of athlete we're looking at with a guy like you out there on defense.
Yeah. First I would like to say that I'm just kind of a guy that asks something of me and I'm gonna do it. Like here at CSU, they ask us to do a lot, whether it's step in the box, blitz, cover man to man, get in the post. But me as a safety, as I see myself more as a box safety. I'm not afraid of contact. I can come down, I'll hit. Um, I'll be physical when I need to. And then I also see myself, I'm a long, rangy guy. I can run a little bit if I can get, I'll get open that open field. So, like at Holy Cross, we were heavily a thirds team. So I was in the post a lot more where I could really run and open up, which I really liked. Here we're still a post team at times, but different post technique. So it's not as open up, run to the post, square up type of thing. It's like cheat halves and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so I either see myself kind of coming down, fitting something in the box, or roaming over the top, playing out of center field. So
Cool. Jake, some of the scouting comments that I have in my notes say some great things about you. I mean, we kind of already talked about. I mean, you come to the table, at least visually looking the part, does the job well, right? And
mhm.
can play the box and also up high. And so this is what I put in my notes. Player with keen instincts, has the ability to diagnose plays effectively, a good overall athlete with solid speed, strength, and quickness. How do you take those comments, and what perhaps could you add to them that you feel really help you as a prospect this season?
I think my ability to communicate and for lack of a better word, my camaraderie with teammates. Obviously, I got here with less than a year ago, and a lot of guys respect me. A lot of guys listen to the things I have to say, and I pride myself on that. I really do. But like even at Holy Cross, the safety calls the plays. Our coach signals in whatever it might be, quarters coverage, and you go down out there and you got to look at the guy, 3x1, 2x2, FIB, whatever it might be, and you got to make all the checks, all the calls for the secondaries, and even the linebackers. Um, So not only did I do that at Holy Cross, I do that here at Colorado State, which I think is a very big thing. And out of all my career and people critiquing things, I've never once had a coach tell me, "Hey, you don't talk enough." So I think that's really good. Um, what else? I think I think you kind of highlighted a lot of stuff. My ability to, I think, recognize pattern match type things, whether it be route concepts, formations with the line, a tendency of a running back, whether his shoulders are downhill, more lateral to the sideline, kind of determining the angle he's going to take. Stuff like that, to me, I didn't realize was like people don't see that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Type of
get
thing.
you.
Yeah, and so we did a. Do you know what the not Ion Q? What is it? It's like a kind of like a Wonderlic, but not really kind of
Yeah,
test.
yeah, yeah. It's a cognition score, so
Yes,
I
yes, I
understand
forget
what
what
you
it's
mean.
called. And I was told by like the one of our guys that ran or whatever. He's like, your pattern recognition, and you're not to toot my own horn. I sound a little cocky, but
It's
uh,
okay. This is what we're here for, man. We're here to hype
yeah,
you up.
yeah.
So
But it's
your
like
scores are high, so it's good.
yes, 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 humbly, but yes. So, and I was really surprised with that, and that they were to decipher that just during that test, which was cool. But stuff like that, I think my mind and intelligence is a definite advantage.
Awesome. Just kind of want to confirm a little bit of what you said. I mean, I know looking back at last year with Holy Cross, did a great job with them. Was certainly a very respectable teammate. Had actually earned the Connor Award, which actually gives praise to the one of the better guys who is one of the best teammates, who
Mhm.
showcases a lot of leadership on the team. So I mean, of course, given that award, it had to be pretty cool. And, kind of carrying that on still with you transferring to Colorado State. So definitely appreciate that. For you
Mhm.
as a player, and your character on and off the field shows, as we've kind of mentioned. So, Jake, want to kind of talk through some of perhaps some of your better moments out there on the field. Do want to chit chat about 2024 and then lead up towards what's going on right now. And so, I realized last season for Holy Cross really wasn't, I guess, ideal Holy Cross play, but I mean, still fair. Ended up with an even record of 6-6. Had some games that you did have some good moments in, and so wanted to talk through. You had a matchup against Colgate. Where you had an interception in that game. And so
Mhm.
I don't know if maybe you can walk us through that one. And then also, you had a season high of 9 tackles against Bucknell. And so maybe if you can talk through some of those from last year, if you recall.
Yeah, so the Colgate game, I believe, was the week right after Syracuse. So defensively, we were riding a little bit of a high. Specifically, myself, I was too. I had a pick in that game as well against Kyle McCord. So, obviously, you're like small FCS or whatever. But so we lost that, but we played well. So riding high, we were like Colgate. We bully them, et cetera, et cetera. So energy was high. We were excited. We came out. Um, I remember vividly actually after the first drive, like the whole defense we were gassed and we are like, why does the air feel so thin up here for whatever reason? I don't know. We are probably just being soft. But yeah, specifically that play, I think it was so two to four plays before that we messed something up and they kind of drove down on us a little bit and we were like kind of in a panic because it was supposed to be a 3-and-out into a longer drive and we were kind of in like that bend don't break mentality and they were in a tight bunch and they came out in it was a 3-by-1 type bunch to the field. We were in man coverage. I remember all week they kept doing this little like slip out, like pick route to a little slip to the sideline, and I kind of just like I said, like the pattern recognition stuff kicked in or whatever it may be, and just followed him out, saw it, stayed over the top, drove on the ball coming out, picked it right there. I remember it was low right in my gut, picked it, rolled off, and everyone was juiced. And I remember I get to the sideline, people are like, "You stop the bleeding, you stop the bleeding," meaning like we got off the field and whatever. So that's
Right,
pretty
right, right.
cool.
I love that. I mean, you got to take advantage of these moments where like you're bullying a team. Let's just face it. I mean, they've never gotten the better of you guys, at least as
Yeah.
far as I can recall.
Mhm.
And so you get a chance to go out there, have a great moment in that game. Of course, come back later in the season against Bucknell. You go out there, do a great job. I'm looking at our time, and I feel like we need to kind of move on towards this season actually
Yeah.
with Colorado State. So if we are being honest, maybe not perhaps exactly what you want to say is great, but I mean, have had some solid games, some solid moments. I mean, I know you had a lot of action in that Fresno game, and a lot of a couple games that you guys have won. So, I mean, what sticks out to you this particular season?
As a team or personally?
Either one you want to give me, dude.
As a team, I think obviously we've been struggling. We've had some coach changes and structurally, whatever it might be. But I think as a team, we haven't exactly, we haven't given up. There's doubts and there's questions and all that. But I think we were able to rally. And I know specifically defensively, it may stink at times, but you know, that Monday hits, that Mon oh, did I freeze? There we go. That Monday hits, that clock resets. Tuesday, we're out there for our physical practice. And at the end of the day, we're all just willing to kind of get after it. And I'm the same way, whether, I need to give more to people energy wise to pick up for the slack or whatever it might be, I'll do it. But then personally, I think, it's been pretty cool this year because the way Coach Summers has our defense, we blitz a lot, like a lot. And so it's been really cool to blitz the amount I have. I got like my first ever sack this year, or I think my first ever sack. I don't know, maybe I had one in the past, but I got a sack this year. I've had multiple TFLs. At one point, I was leading the country in TFLs as a DB. I'm not sure where I'm at right now, but the last 3 weeks I haven't been blitzing because we got guys back, people in different spots, injuries, whatever it might be, scheme wise. Um, and so, I've just been fortunate enough to experience new things, and I feel like I've been playing pretty well, pretty solid. It's kind of tough when you have Owen Long in front of us, who's the nation's leading tackler right now. But um, either way, I'm just happy to be out there, really, and just having fun with my guys. So.
Well, I mean, I certainly appreciate your approach as you kind of talk through a little bit. I mean, again, despite I guess, what things may seem to be, you're still approaching every single game, every single week with this never give up type of mentality. And
Mhm.
so, again, going out there, doing whatever your team is asking you to do, whether it is blitzing, like you were saying, you're doing a little bit more of this season, or of course, just kind of being effective in coverage. And so I kind of like the fact that you do bring that to the table as a guy that can be trusted in the box, during those times. So,
Mhm.
Jake, want to get an opportunity to meet the guy off the field. We've talked about you and your story. But anything else about you that you want to share, man? Like any hobbies, special interests, fun facts, any
Mhm.
special talents, bro? Anything you want to give me, I'll feed off of that a little bit while we chit chat for a second.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting hobbies that I have that mm, people that don't know me might find interesting is I build watches. I'm really good with like building things in my hands, and I'm creative. So I pick up a lot of tasks. Like I built a motorcycle from scratch, not knowing how to do any of that. Learned it all off of YouTube. I learned how to build watches, so I was building watches and taking orders from guys and teammates. They would send me like some Rolex they liked, and I would basically mimic it, which is really cool. Uh, yeah, but I don't know. I find a lot of stuff that I might seem is like, it's whatever, and people are like, "What? You do that? You know this?" Um, but yeah, I'm just a kind of like a jack of all trades. I find a hobby, I get fixated on it, I obsess over it, and whatever it might be, like I'm convinced I can do anything in a sense. Like if I want to learn how to code an app, I'll sit down and watch YouTube for 2 hours and figure it out. So not too exciting, but
Hey, I mean, that's one of the beauties of YouTube, man. Like, you get on there, you could learn about any particular task, or we could sit here and learn about a football player. So
yeah.
it's been fun. So I do want to kind of give you at least a few little quick tidbit questions
Mhm.
for some fun. So just play along. Uh, Bagels or donuts?
Bagels.
Gotcha. Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Okay. Appreciate the quick responses. I love it. Favorite football movie?
Favorite football movie. Remember the Titans. Cliche, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it works. It works. Uh, I don't know. Well, of course, dude, we've been sitting here, we've been learning about your journey. Take us back to Jersey, dude. What do you miss about your hometown?
Gosh, a lot. I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss my mom's cooking. My mom's an Italian lady, phenomenal cook. Same with my grandmother. What else do I miss? Ooh, I miss. Weirdly enough, I miss the chaos. You know, the because I'm like 20 minutes out of New York City. So I just kind of miss all of that. I miss my brother. I miss my sister. Um, yeah, just you miss home. That's it. That's home, and I miss it.
No, I get it. Who are you a fan of at the NFL level? Like, is there maybe a guy who you just love watching his film? Did you
Cooper
grow up a
DeJean.
particular fan of? Say it again.
Cooper DeJean.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
You
know
see
he's a
a couple guys on the Eagles, they balling. You gotta love it. And plus, two of my best friends are massive Eagles fans, so I've become an honorary one.
all right, that works. I'll still be your friend. It's okay. As you can see from the background, of course.
Yeah.
But dude, it's fine. Maybe one of these days, you get a chance to play for really whoever, man. I mean, I know whoever you're going to end up getting that opportunity with at the next level, you will become a fan instantly of said team. So, uh, as we kind of close up shop, tell us once again what we would be getting in a player like you if a team took a chance on you and gave you that opportunity to be a part of their franchise. Close
Mhm.
with your final thoughts, okay?
Yeah. I think if any team has me, I'm willing to do whatever they ask of me. Special teams, safety, offense. I don't really care. It's a cliche, but I'm willing to put in whatever work I have to put in. Like I didn't mention this earlier, but my sophomore to junior season, I put on 40 pounds in 8 months naturally. Yeah. Yeah. I was 163 pounds after my sophomore season, got to about 205. So
Good.
whatever it takes, if I want it, I'm gonna go get it. And I'm just happy anyone wants me, I'm willing to work whatever you need me to do.
Awesome. I kind of appreciate that story, dude. I mean, putting on the good way, not the
Yeah, yeah.
lazy ass way like some of us. But I mean, putting yourself in a good position, having a good body of work, and of course now at the FBS level, doing your thing there for Colorado State. Looking at a guy with good size, good versatility. I know, dude, you're a team player, willing to do whatever it takes to win. So. Appreciate your time and want to wish you all the best moving forward. All right, bud?
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure. Once again, I got Jake Jarmolowich, safety, Colorado State. Check him out.